Hey everyone, I've got a game today that I'm pretty excited to show you. I'm guessing that most of you probably won't be very excited to see it because you folks seem to mostly like nostalgia and seeing games that you've already played before, seen before. But I like discovering things that I've never seen before, and this is one of those. So this is a game. It's called. Let's take a look at the. Let's see. I think this will be the manual. Yeah, MythMaster, a vagabond's adventure. So it was made by one Carol L. Stanley, and I'm not gonna. It says, warning, read all documentation before trying to play this game. Uh, but I'm not going to do that because I kind of appreciate the frustration of figuring out a game. It's kind of there's a certain charm to figuring stuff out as you go, and then when you get super frustrated, then you read in the manual. It's kind of how I've always done things. So yeah, so I'm not gonna read all of this. I'm just gonna, as usual, I'm just gonna show it just so that people can see it and say, oh yeah, that's the documentation for the game. That's how to play the game. That's the setting. You play the MythMaster, a nickname given to an adventuresome young man seeking fame and fortune as a troubleshooting vagabond. I think that might be the wrong word there. Vagabond from the kingdom of Ethra. Anton Schlepp came from humble beginnings. His parents were farmers who worked hard their whole lives to have a comfortable home and enough to eat. Then their son became a character in a computer game, and the rest was history. Go on adventure. All right, so this might look familiar to some of you who have played any Sierra game ever. Yeah, so F1 is help. In-game help, it basically shows you what keys to press. There's a maximum score of 206. Every attempt has been made to eliminate possible problems. So yeah, so this game is shareware. This is actually, when people think of shareware adventure games, people usually think of the Hugo series. And the Hugo series is good, but there were games like this which just really did not get a lot of attention. It's kind of unfortunate because I think this game deserved a certain amount of attention that it just didn't get. Here's the all capital text disclaimer. No liability is assumed by any damages that this game might cause to your computer. Many thanks to David R. Stanley, my husband, for support and encouragement in the writing of this game. So that was the manual. Most of these are just data files. There's a validate.doc. I guess they validated something here with McAfee virus scanner. And this file right at the beginning. If you look at this, if you know what this is, you'll probably recognize it right away. This is indeed an ANSI file. And it just so happens that I'm playing this in DOSBox, and DOSBox has a built-in ANSI driver. So if you type that file to the screen, you actually will get the contents. Remember this? Remember ANSI files that would show like color, text, and formatting, things like that? Man, this was really... It was a big thing back in the day. I think, I don't know how many of you folks will remember this. I'm actually getting a little nostalgic. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just colored text, but it's just, all that formatting that went into making that. I mean, all of this is the code to make that. And it took a lot of time to make these. And then there are programs like Acid Draw and The Draw that you could use to make files like that. Or you could just make them by hand. But anyway, all right, I'm getting too caught up in things. Let's go ahead and run the game. So yeah, let's go ahead and run it. Yes, it's a game from 1991, again by Carol L. Stanley, all rights reserved. Press enter to start the game, press S to return DOS, or any other key to run the set routine. I like to set things up, so I'll press another key to run the setup. Do we use a joystick or keyboard? Keyboard, of course, K. K for keyboard. That reminds me of a joke. Do you want to hear a joke about potassium? K. You've chosen the keyboard. To change to the joystick, start this program over. Following the instructions, press enter. The keyboard is the control device. Hit any key to continue. All right, the above data can be used to check for file corruption. Imagine that. They actually were so concerned about file corruption, they actually had like a checksum thing here to make sure that the game file didn't get corrupted. All right, so I guess that was the setup. choose between joystick or keyboard and check them on the exe. So yeah, this is MythMaster. Now, you'll notice right away, as soon as you look at this, you look at this and say, this looks like no game I've ever seen in my life. Like this really, there was nothing really like this ever made. It really is a shame that, you know, what really should have happened is, like, back in the day, back in the 1980s and 1990s, there should have been a company that was making games like this. And, you know, they could have made like a whole series, like not just one game, but they could have made they could have made, you know, they could have been very successful making a series of games like this, you know, just with nice colorful graphics and a guy who walks around and you can type commands in, and then the game gives you a dorky response when it doesn't understand what you type in. I mean, these kinds of games, you know, they could have been very successful back in the day. They could have made like a whole company that just made games like this, and the company could have named itself after, you know, one of the features in the nice landscapes. Like they could have called the company Tree or Meadow or maybe Mountain. Mountain would have been a good name for a company like that. They should have had a company called Mountain or Mountains that made games like this, but it just was not to be. So yeah, this game is totally unique. Like I know we've never really seen a game like this in the history of computer gaming, but that's just how creative people are sometimes. But in all seriousness, I mean, it's obviously based on something, but you know, it's not bad. It's a shareware game that really plays like a Sierra game. So this is a very old brick wall. There is an opening in the wall. I noticed that, yeah. What about this guy standing here? You can tell from his clothes that he's a woodcutter. Can we talk to him? Which one do you want to talk to? Well, how many are there? There's only one guy here. Talk to woodcutter? Seriously? How close do I have to be? Do I have to get like this? Do I have to get like this close? Like this is... Okay, apparently I do. The woodcutter tells you that he's in a hurry to leave the kingdom. His wife has disappeared and he's afraid to stay. Okay. He was in such a hurry to leave that he waited until I talked to him to say that. All right. Okay, well, that was that. Let's see. So, hold on. Can I make this guy go... So, hold on. If I press F1... So these are mostly fairly usual keys. F7 is speed adjustment. So right now, your hero is presently traveling at a normal pace considering lives hang in the balance. So press F for fast, which makes him go a little faster, but not that much faster. Your hero is presently traveling as fast as his tired legs can carry him. If I go slow, he's currently traveling at a snail's pace. So I'll press F for fast. It still doesn't really make him go that fast, but I mean, it's faster than the other settings, but it's still, in my opinion, it does not quench my need for speed. I don't know, maybe I'm just impatient, but I'm just used to characters moving with a little, you know, just a little more sense of purpose and urgency than this guy is currently dawdling around. I mean, I understand that, you know, he's probably an older fellow, he has gray hair and all that. He's probably, as the game says, he's probably going as fast as his tired legs can carry him, but I mean, come on. What is that in the background? Speaking of mountains, you have an impressive view of a volcano from here. I don't think volcanoes work like that. I don't think they just erupt in the background and politely stop their lava from flowing onto whatever meadows might be below. What's this here? Stonehouse is a nice well in the front yard. It is an eerie place. A chill runs down your spine. Let's take a look at the well here. It's a quaint little well. It has an old oaken bucket hanging from a rope. Can I get the bucket? Well, that answers that question. Can I ride in the bucket? Get into bucket. Enter bucket. Okay. Wait, hold on. Lower bucket. The game doesn't understand that. Also, it might not be apparent, but if you start typing something, you see the game pauses. It's not like the real AGI games where the game keeps running while you type something. It's more like an SCI game where it does actually lock the game when you start typing, so you can finish typing without it having to be time dependent. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and open door to find out if anyone is home. All right, knock. Knock on door. Okay, you knock on the door and get no response. Now, can I open the door? Oh, the door seems to be locked. All right. Well, so much for that great adventure. That was a total loss. I couldn't do anything with the well, and I couldn't... Are these mountains? I can't even tell. I mean, is that... Is that a mountain, or I guess that is a mountain. I guess, okay. I guess that's something that's blocking my passage in any case. It's something that acts as a game fence to prevent me from going outside of this area. Okay, fair enough. There's that volcano. It's gonna blow. Oh. Okay, and this game is not like a hypothetical game, which, you know, I mean, there might have been a game in which you had to press a key to swim. I mean, not that there ever really was such a game, but, you know, because this game is definitely original and not based on anything else that you might have seen. But what is that little animal? Is that a squirrel, or what is that? The squirrel seems to be anxious about your presence. Perhaps it lives in the hole you see in this tree. What hole I see in what tree? I do not see a hole in a tree. All right. But yeah, this game is, I mean, again, yeah, obviously, with joking aside, this game is like King's Quest 3 in that you walk automatically through water instead of having to press swim when you step into the water. What do we have here? Is this a frog pond? The water lily is floating on its surface. Can I get the frog? All right. Swim? This game doesn't understand that. All right, fair enough. Oh, hey. I've come upon something yellow. Is this a desert? Or is it a wheat field? Or I don't know what this is. It's going to take a very long time to find out, considering how... Oh, it's a beach. Oh, I see. This is a beach scene with water and sand and waves that have a whopping 2 frames of animation. Okay, well, that's nice. I mean, it's nice. It's pleasant scenery. It's just a bit... am I blocked here? Hey, what's this? It's a houseboat. Okay, so it's not just a house, it's a houseboat. I don't think that... I don't think houseboats look like this. I'm not an architect or a house builder, but somehow I don't think that houseboats quite look like a house that's just... I don't know. All right, open door. I should find out if anyone is home. Oh, I can't knock. I have to say knock. Can I just say knock door? Okay, you knock on the door and get no response. Okay. As long as nobody answers the knock, you can just walk in. If nobody's home, you can just walk in and rob them blind, because that's what the MythMaster does. Well, okay. The houseboat is very nice. Is that a turtle there? The turtle just crawls around on the bed and pops in and out of its shell. There shouldn't be an apostrophe in that it's, because it's not a contraction, but a possessive. Can I get the turtle? Well, that answers that. Can I take the turtle, just in case? No. Okay. All right. Look at the table. You see a serving bowl. Oh, hey, there's a bowl on a table. I never seen an adventure game that involves, you know, a little house with a bowl on the table. I wonder what... Okay. You get 2 points for stealing the... I just stole the bowl. This poor woodcutter and his family, they're starving to death, and I took their last bowl. They won't have anything to eat with. But I got 2 points for it. All right, let's get the stove. The stove is cold. Can I light the stove? I don't understand that. Get stove. No. Okay. Well, that might be logical that I can't get the stove. Look at the shelves. Again, doesn't understand shelves. Look at those pots or pans hanging on the wall. I have a feeling that the only thing I really needed to get here was the bowl. Is that a sink there? The sink is empty. Put bowl in sink. Wash bowl in sink. No. All right. No. Okay. All right then. Well, we explored the houseboat and got a bowl. Got the house bowl from the houseboat. So yeah, it plays a lot like. I mean, in many ways, it does play a lot like the Hugo games. I mean, it's it's the same basic Sierra interface. You walk around in a third-person perspective. You type commands. That's it. That's the game, right? I do feel like the Hugo games were a bit better. First of all, the settings were just a little bit more original, in my opinion. And certainly the guy walked faster, I think. Like, you didn't have to wait as long to get somewhere. The beaches are consisting of an office and 2 small rental cabins. All right, can I open door? Okay. I'm going to guess it won't let me open these doors. I probably can only open the door to the office up there. Yeah, okay. Can I go up from here? Looks like he's just walking into the sky, but okay. So yeah, we can walk into the office here. Oh, I didn't even need to type open door. Just walk in. Is there anybody here? I can't tell if that. I don't think there is. I'm looking at that sort of shape of red and green and blue pixels on the left there, trying to imagine that could somehow be like maybe a person leaning on the counter, but I don't think it is. I don't think there's anybody here. There are many kinds of fishing gear in this office. Get the fishing gear. Get a fishing rod. Get bait. Get tackle. You have a problem with your tackle, sir. I'm not sure what to type here. Okay, I can't just take the money from the cash register. I mean, it seems like a logical thing to do since there's nobody here. Just rob the cash register. But maybe the MythMaster is not that much of a thief. He'll take a bowl from a starving family's house, but he won't just take cash out of the cash register. I mean, there are limits to things that people will do, you know. All right, see if I go up from here. Oh, hey, what's this? A beach hut fireplace with kettle and hammock. Okay. Where's the hammock? Oh, it's on the right. Okay, I see. And can I go inside this? Yes, I can. There's nobody here. This beach hut is abandoned. You see nothing that you need. All right. All right. Can I get the pot from the fire? It's a kettle. Can I get the kettle? Why can't I get the kettle? Seems illogical. It seems like exactly the kind of thing that you should be able to take. Can I get the hammock? No. All right, well, gosh. Oh, golly gosh. Well, let me see. Can I just go swimming? Like, if I just step out into the water, can I just keep going, or will the game stop me, or will it actually let me swim all the way out into... It will actually let me swim out all the way into... Wait. I've lost control of the game. It won't let... Oh no, you can't swim any longer. So you drown. Too bad. Well, quit or restore a saved game. Actually, I'd like to restart. If I press R, I didn't save any game. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess, and if I press escape to cancel, it doesn't actually cancel. Doesn't do anything. The game freeze. It looks like the game froze. That's very unfortunate. Oh, wait, suddenly... What? File already open in module myth2. What address that? Okay. Well, I don't know. I think the game has a few glitches. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this game. I mean, I like the game. I mean, fundamentally, I like the game. The game has a lot going for it. Let me change to fast speed again. The game has a lot going for it. It's a nice looking game. I mean, the graphics are kind of... I mean, obviously they're very plain graphics, but come on, it was 1991, and this is a game made by, just by like one husband and wife team, I guess. So you can see that it's a game that took a lot of time and effort, and it's kind of a labor of love, because it does take a long time for one or two people to make a game. It seems like a very simple game, and it is a simple game, but it still takes a long time, even for one or two people, to make graphics like this and put together a whole game like this, especially in the 1990s, when you didn't have, back then you didn't have tools like Unity and Game Maker and whatever to do all this stuff in an automated fashion. This was probably made by hand by the authors. So there's a lot of effort that's gone into this. It does have a certain personality. I like the way it looks. I mean, the sound is very simple. It just has like occasional beeps. So there's nothing in the way of sound. But I do like this game. There are just a few things about it that, I mean, I wish. First and foremost, I wish the guy could run a little or walk a little faster. Obviously, I would appreciate a little bit more verbosity in the descriptions. I guess one of the big strengths of the Hugo games is there's a certain amount of personality in the text descriptions and the text messages that game gives you, as compared to here. It's just kind of like it's very, very blasé, very sort of basic text. I mean, a little bit of personality, a little bit of good writing goes a long way, rather than just saying, "Okay, you take the bowl. The turtle just walks around." I mean, there's a lot to be said for good writing in games like this. But I think the graphics are actually a little bit more detailed. I mean, if you remember the Hugo games, the graphics in most of the Hugo games were so basic. They were really so very, very simplistic that even something like this is, it's actually a little bit of a step above most of the Hugo graphics, I think. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I should find if anyone's home. So knock on the door. Knock on the door and get no response. Open door. Oh, hey, it looks almost exactly like the witch's house. There's no bed here. As I decorate, you wonder where the owner could be. Yes, I wonder too. Open cupboard. Look in fireplace. You think that it hasn't been used for a long time. Okay, look on table. A toad is sitting on the table. Who would want such a pet? I didn't. Okay, there's that table on the left there. I was talking about the table in there in the kitchen. But all right, let's go ahead and get the. Let's get the toad, not the road. The toad. You can't get the toad. Well, why not? It's right there. Toads don't talk. They just croak. Yeah. Okay, but the toad's right there. Like, why can't I just take it? All right, let's see. Let's look at the shelf. Look at the bookcase. Oh. Yeah, the game's just... It really just... It's too bad. It's really too bad, because there's really a lot to like about this game. I do like this game. I am actually impressed by this game in a certain way, because it does have a unique sort of... Can I get the wood from the... Okay. No, your character can't get wood. I really do like a lot of what they've done with this game, but it just somehow just stops a little bit short of being really playable because of just a couple of things. It's really unfortunate, how you can make a great game. You can put all this work, all this planning, all this developing and programming and everything into a game. What is that thing on the ground? This location is rather barren. Yeah, what's that on the ground, though? It's a caterpillar. It seems to be happily munching on the grass growing here. Can I get the caterpillar? I need a container. Inventory. Inventory is F5, or tab. Okay, I'm carrying nothing. Okay, I need a container for that caterpillar. All right, so I need like a jar, or maybe the bowl would have... Yeah, bowl's not really a good container for a caterpillar. You need something you can close, I guess. But as I was saying, it really just shows you how, you can go to the effort of making a game like this. And I won't deny, I can see that a lot of effort has gone into making this game, even though it doesn't look like it. I understand how difficult it is to make a game like this, that you really do need a lot of effort to make something like this. And it can all just kind of be undone by a couple of simple things like, just like not giving your character the ability to walk fast enough that would have made a huge difference to the game, just being able to properly adjust the speed. And they even have a speed adjustment, but it doesn't do nearly enough. Like the fast speed is not nearly fast enough. It really should be like, I think even twice this fast wouldn't be fast enough for me. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to win a race here, but I just don't really feel like waiting like half a minute every time I want to walk across the screen. It just seems excessive. And yeah, there just should have been more atmosphere, you know? I mean, the graphics are lovely, the graphics are wonderful, but everything else, like the text in the game is just, it's too, it's just a little too, underdone for my taste. I'm not expecting, you know, like a Shakespearean play or something here, but give me a little bit more than this. It's a high brick wall. There are a few bushes and rocks here too. That is true. And you know, even the descriptions are just things like, I mean, I can see that. I can see there are bushes and rocks here. Give me something interesting. Give me something kind of relevant to work with. I apologize if I'm too negative about this game. I sometimes feel bad about being excessively negative about games like this because it's a nice game. Don't get me wrong. It is a nice looking game. It's pleasant to walk around. It kind of perfectly embodies something of the walking simulator, which I think I've talked about for a while now. Years ago, I kind of said that I'm warming up to the idea of the walking simulator, a game that just kind of simulates the experience of walking around an environment without necessarily having a point to it, not necessarily having like some overarching mission or goal that you have to achieve, but just really just... Whoops! Yeah, it's a Sierra game. All right, this time I'll just say quit and just run the program again because last time trying to restore didn't go that well. It seemed okay. Let's see. What if I go through this crack in the fence or in the wall since we didn't do that last time? Let's see if I go west from here. I think. Oh wait, fast speed, fast in quotation marks. Okay, here we go. What do we have here? So, see a tree with a hole in it and a vine clinging to this wall. Get the vine. I can't get the vine. Pull vine. You can't do that during this game. All right. Look at the tree. There's a hole in this tree. Look in hole. You're not tall enough to look into the hole in this tree. All right. Climb tree. Not here. I think not here doesn't mean that you need to get closer. I think if you're not close enough, the game will say you're not close enough. So it probably just means you can't climb the tree. All right. Also, sometimes there's a squirrel here, and I think that's what the game was referring to before when it said the squirrel is nervous. It probably isn't the hole in the tree. For some reason, the squirrel isn't showing up now, but this is where the squirrel would be if it were here. All right, what's this? Is this a church? Two ferocious-looking cats guard the castle doors. Beautiful red roses climb the brick wall. All right, can I get a rose? No. Those cats. Don't get too close. The cats are chained but would rip you to pieces if you got in range of their claws. Really? Should we test this theory? Cats seem harmless enough. Find everyone's home. All right. Knock on the door. The cats attack you. Oh dear. Well, I guess the game wasn't lying. Gosh. All right. Quit and run again. All right. And get up to, there we go, fast speed. As fast as his tired legs will carry him. I feel like I've probably already seen a lot of the screens in this game. I don't know how many screens there are in this game, but I feel like I've already seen most of them. There's a fountain, a bench, and many beautiful red roses. But I still can't get the roses. That's too bad. Can I look at the bench? Look at the fountain. Shall you see some shiny objects? Oh, hey. Have people been tossing coins in the fountain? Close enough. Well, how close do we need to be? I'm literally right in front of the fountain. What do you want? Oh, wait, there's a yellow... Is that little yellow pixel on the left? Is that the coin that I need to get? I mean, there are obviously coins, but I don't know where I'm supposed to get the coin from. Can I sit on the bench? I understand that. If I try to get the coin from here, I have no idea. I don't know where I'm supposed to get the coin from. Oh well. Presumably there is a coin to be gotten here. I just don't know where. So yeah, gosh, it's... Oh, hey, now there's a bird. It's a goose. Can I get the goose? Boy, that really gets my goose. Okay, I think I've seen most of the screens in the game already, or at least I feel like I have. I feel like I've already kind of gone through the... Game pauses whenever I see this guy until he stops walking. So yeah, this is MythMaster. It's... Gosh... Like so many games like this, I really feel a certain personal sort of attraction toward the game. I really appreciate the game and what they've done with the game and what they've tried to do with the game. It really is something special. It really does sort of carve up its own kind of world, but it's just not the kind of game that's consistently rewarding to play. I mean, it's buggy. I mean, you saw it crashed. Well, maybe it crashed because I tried to restore a game that didn't exist. I don't know. But it's just not quite enough payoff. There's a little too much waiting and walking around for just not quite enough payoff. Because once you've seen all these scenes... I wonder if I can get killed walking into the lava from here as well. What is this? The bones of unfortunate travelers lay in heaps at the base of the mountain. I wonder, does some creature have a cave here? Probably does. Okay, another nice screen here. Pretty little place with its flowers and lava formations. That also shouldn't have an apostrophe in it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I would like to feel just a bit more positive about this game because I really do like this game. But I think it's obvious that there are just a handful of weaknesses. And again, that's the thing. That's what I kept trying to say. I keep failing to finish my sentences. You can really see how much work you can put into a game like this and how you can make a game like this, and then the whole thing can just be felled by just a handful of things. Just by not writing enough text, just by not having the game understand enough words or sentences that players might use. All that just really kind of spoils the experience. And it's too bad because I think I've seen a lot of games like this, not necessarily adventure games like this, but just a lot of games in general that have such a great premise, really very, very engaging games. Like when you first run them, you're really impressed and you think, wow, this is really good. And people just run out of ideas. They just, they have like one or two great ideas for the game, and they put those ideas in the game. But you can't make a game that you would play for hours and hours in most cases. You can't make a game that you'd play for hours and hours just based on a couple of ideas. They're just usually not enough to carry a game like that unless it's a very short game. If you think of something like Portal, I mean, Portal is kind of the perfect example. Portal takes like 3 hours to play through. It's a pretty short game by today's standards, but it didn't need to be longer than that. And if it had been longer than that, it would have worn out its welcome. It would have become boring. But it's the perfect length. It's 3 hours. You play it. It's a great experience. You're done. And something like this, I mean, this is like the kind of game where you say, yeah, it's fun. I mean, it looks nice. It has nice settings. It has nice graphics. It has a certain ambience and charm to it, but it's just missing something that would really compel you to play it for hours and hours. At least for me. I don't know what you folks think, but for me, it's just the kind of game where I'm like, I've enjoyed this half hour of playing through it. I've enjoyed this half hour of just walking through the game and looking at what there is to see and dying a couple of times and kind of enjoying the sort of dorky charm of the game's messages, but it's just missing something. It's just missing a certain something that that would, again, would really compel me to try to get all those 206 possible. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I'm done. This has been MythMaster. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed. If you're curious at all, you can take a look. This game can be found on the internet. I mean, it is shareware. You can find it in various places. It is what it is. Pretty nice game, but would I recommend it? I don't know. I mean, you can probably, based on what you've seen here, you can probably decide whether you want to play it or not. You can probably get an idea of whether this is something that would appeal to you or just drive you crazy. So, yeah. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye for now.